Hello, everyone, and welcome to Historic Gill Stadium for today's matchup between the Sweeney Post and the Merrimack Post. My name is Kyle Heavey coming at you, and the first batter of the game is hit into the rib cage, so not a good way to start for Griffin Logue, and Andrew Nielsen will take a free pass to first base with a little bit of pain here. But we're excited to be here. Along with me is Michael Gonzalez. Michael, been a while since we've done a game. It's really been a weird stretch of just no baseball being played. Sweeney has been on the road for a number of weeks, and they've had a rough go of things, losing 4 of their last 5 games. But to be back on their home surface, it's good to be back here, and we'll see what they can do here, but a tough way to go for the first batter.
First batter got hit by a pitch, but, Griffin Lowe, he throws hard. He's going to try to get out of this. When you throw hard, these things happen. If anything, it might be a mental edge for him, So, but we'll keep an eye on him at first, see if Nielsen gets a good lead or not.
It is 5:30 start here on this Friday, July 7th, 2023, and Griffin having a little issue here with location. It seems like his balls are tailing a little bit into the batter so far here in the first 2 at-bats.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Ground ball that's going to go foul here.
If you're Keegan Burke on deck, you've seen one high and in and one right in the cage. So, you're timing out the pitch, but you're also, hoping for the best.
Well, we'll see. Griffin is a Central graduate. It was great to see him over the past few years. I've really enjoyed what his pitching and playing style brings, but right now, I don't know. You got to remember, it is a very warm 91 degrees right now. It's a very hot and humid weather, and Sweeney Post had a rough go of it last night, losing 2-1 to Laconia. But on the other hand, Merrimack has lost 4 in a row as well, and they lost last night to Keene by a score of 9-3. Swing and a miss right there, so Griffin is able to come back and figure things out and gets the first out. A strikeout of Colin Burke.
Nice job by Andrew Wall holding on to that ball. Big man is playing catcher today. Hopefully he's not doing double duty as we're doing a double header. There's a lot to ask out of a catcher, but good job holding on to that, and the run is going right here.
Andrew with a good throw, but it gets a little too wild, and out to center field it goes, but nicely back, taken back. And hopefully that everything's all right for number 15 here, who seems to be getting up a little slow. Is trying to reach for the bag, but also had gotten a little slid into there. But seems to be okay covering the base, and that would be Amar DeWitty. So.
Yeah, Nielsen was kind of taunting a little bit. He went on a hit and run, fouled it off. He was kind of teasing, and then he went right there and able to swipe the bag. The throw is just a little bit up the line. But Lowe got a big strikeout here. He's a little down in the count here with the big hitter, the Burke. A couple Burks coming up.
Ground ball that gets all the way out to left field. They'll move the base runner up, slide in, and it will be a good single here for the other brother, Keegan Burke. And now runners at the corners here with 1 out, and we'll see what Mike Lima can do with his bat.
Yeah, good pitch. Good hitting. He had a 2-0 count. That's a hitter's count right there. Sat on fastball and just drilled one right where it needed to be. Good job getting it in, though.
Yeah, so looking at the standings here, these two teams are very close in their standings. Sweeney coming into the game with a 5-6 record. Again, losers of 4 of their last 5, so they are trying to get back on the winning track of things. Merrimack ahead of them by percentage points in the standings, sitting at 3-5. So these teams have played each other once way back on this. Oh, a good steal right here. Griffin
watch
sees
the runner
it.
home.
Now it's going to be a tough spot. Now we got a pickle here between third and catcher. And now we'll see if we can get him. A tag. And now we can get another runner moving up, but able to get an out right there.
Well executed. Well executed. A pickle can go so many ways, and that was a good drop. Normally, you want to throw ahead of the runner, but they had him dead duck, and they had him leaning, and great job by Wall to get that. Not just throwing, but to run him back. Big man can move, I'll tell you that.
That's a lot of marks right there of 1 to 5 to 3 to, I believe, 6 it was, and now an inside pitch for a ball, and the count stands at 1-1.
Yeah, Griffin's really excited about that, getting 2 outs right there, strikeout, and then that. He's going to go home. He's got to, I don't No.
He's out. Oh, come on. The plate umpire calls him safe. Andrew is even looking at it, and oh boy, the umpires here side Tibbets on the. Yeah, coach
so
is going
much
to come
going
out.
on. So much happening right now, Kyle. What a start to the game. Griffin thought the ball was dead for sure. He was not.
He's got his arms out there, his hat's off. He is very frustrated with things right now. And now Cy Tibbets is going to talk to Don McCucci and try to figure out what in the world is going on here. What a way to start this game here.
Looks like the runner was on pace to score, and then the throw beat him, and Wall just completely took away the plate. If you asking me, I thought he had him out. But then again, we'll see what happens with the conference here. But, yeah, a lot of action right away. We got a hits batsman. We got a hit. Got some extracurriculars. A lot of odd plays so far.
Well, the scoreboard still reads 0-0, and they're coming together. And, well, it looks like they can put us run up on the board for this Merrimack team, and they will take it 1-0 lead here in the top of the first.
I mean, I would have to – I'm surprised he thought the ball would be dead. I don't know why he thought that. You have to call timeout specifically if you're going to tie your shoe and put the ball down. But even so, he must have heard from his teammates. He's going. He got it home.
Good throw. I look forward to seeing the replay on that in due time because, boy, we'll be looking back at that and pondering if we had a bird's eye view, obviously, from up above the fourth floor here at Gill Stadium in the press box to see. And now we have a full count, 2 outs.
Griffin throwing a little harder this at bat. He's a little ticked off.
And a fly ball out to center field, ranging over, calling his left fielder off, and able to make that catch. What a first inning here as, a couple singles, a hit batsman, and now we will go to the bottom of the first. Who knows what might happen, but it should be interesting to see. We'll see Jacob Plamondon and Ben Kenny starting things off. Kyle Heavey and Michael Gonzalez for Manchester Public Television. Back right after this. Back here for the bottom of the first inning. A crazy top to the inning here with able to get a run for Merrimack. But now here we go with Jacob Plamondon, who's been hitting the ball very well this Legion postseason so far. And we'll see what he can do here to think, wow, this is a good fastball right here from Colin Burke.
I was watching him warm up, and that's the first thing I noticed is a lot of pace on his ball.
And sent out to right field, came in, and now rushing over. Jacob's got a lot of speed. We'll see how far he can get it. Has some trouble out there. Slides into the fence. Plamondon has already rounded second. We'll see what they decide to do with him. And they're going to stop him at third. So a leadoff triple for your leadoff hitter. And, boy, getting things going is Jacob Plamondon.
Great job. That year of college ball really helps out facing that fastball. Yeah, that was no problem for him. And that ball just did that patented slicey thing that it happens to the right fielder. And, those are tough to play. Mishap a little bit, and he's on third, no problem.
Wow, all right. Well, Ben Canny now hitting from the other side of the plate will be the next batter here. And, well, fastball coming in hot there for ball number 1.
No,
actually, it was listed as a strike. My apologies.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to open up the strike zone a little bit, which is fine. As long as it's, I always say as long as it's the same for both teams.
And a little ground ball through, stopped by the shortstop, makes a play. It will not be in time, and it will work for a RBI single there for Ben Canny. And this game is tied right back up.
Just like that, and Canny does what he does. I love it. It's kind of like that Ichiro-style swing. He's already halfway to first by the time the ball's hit, and good luck throwing him out. Good job diving and catching the ball, but Canny had that all day.
Colin Bird had a great attempt with his backhanded glove for the pitcher, but I was unable to snag it. And, yeah, like you said, to give credit to the shortstop for making that play in Keegan Burke.
I mean, we know the velocity is there, but, Sweeney's all over it today so far. 2 hits, two at-bats. So, watch Canny.
Whoa, it goes up in the air.
Yikes, that hit his bat.
I think it did hit his bat, and that's what's frustrating about it.
It's a strike.
And Rivera is just not happy.
0-2 count.
Oh, gosh, that's unreal.
That's so weird. I mean,
you could see clearly that it was going to go right behind him, and unfortunately the bat was just up in the air, and and Ben Canny had swiped second easily too, but now here we go, 0-2 count. Oh, swings at the inside and unable to make contact, and very frustrated Rivera. It will take a walk. The helmet almost got thrown, decided to hold on to it, and
what are you going to do? That is a sick pitch, though. I mean, 0-2 count, you don't expect that. You expect to wait. Keep an eye on Canny here, but you don't want to take the bat out of this guy's hand.
Manny Castro, the Memorial graduates here, up to bat.
I think he should have made All-State personally, but
inside pitch called a strike.
Didn't get the consideration. Maybe if Memorial had some more wins, people would probably put him up there, but we've seen him play all year, and he's quite the stick.
Well, let's see if he can get a hold of. Oh, just gets it blown by him right there.
That is a cut.
Just like Xander, he's down 0-2 in the count, and trying to catch up to these fastballs. Clouds have come in. There are some thunder clouds coming through the state this evening, so hoping that we'll somehow miss Manchester, but it's overcast skies. Inside pitch, and the throw down. He is safe. And Rivera that was a ball that was thrown, so it will go to a 2-1 count. And now he's got a duck on the pond, as you like to say, Michael.
That's right. Ducks like to go home. Bring them home. Now, that was a great jump. Great throw. Fastball, just a great jump. Watch him. He's a menace.
Oh, he's
like a water bug out there.
And now it's sent over towards first base.
What a
Can
play.
they outrun the pitcher?
Safe.
He's called out.
Yikes. I don't know if there's a close one again, but, we have to give the umps the benefit.
Thomas Campbell able to get it over to Colin Burke, who was able to touch the bag in time. But it does work as a sacrifice for Manny Castro, able to move Canny over to third base. And now we'll see what Andrew Wall can do with his bat, as we now have 2 outs in the bottom of the first.
Right. We got a couple replays we can check out after the game, but it's not our job, so got to move on, right?
Absolutely.
Sweeney can't do anything about it.
Ball outside, a little low.
A good job corralling that potential wild pitch. Canny's all over that. That ball gets anywhere past him, he's going to be heading home, take the lead. I love Wall's stance. It's so old school.
Oh, he's hit in the elbow. So both teams dealing with hits batsmen so far, and both of them dealing with really good hitters. That Andrew Wall, I think you'd love to see him connect on one, but instead.
I think our buddy Andrew used to say he's a magnet for the ball. He gets hit all the time, Wall, I guess. So nothing's changed here. He's used to it. But the thing about a doubleheader, Kyle, when there's a little, games start off a little chippy, whether it's incidental or not, that second game gets real interesting.
Absolutely. Amar Dewitty, up to bat now. And he sends one right at Burke, who will get it over to Thomas Campbell. So a 1-3 out. So some fireworks to start off the inning here for both teams, but 1 run comes around for that. And we will head to the top of the second inning. A wild one here from Gill Stadium. Manchester Public Television's Legion baseball coverage. Back with more after this. Landon Pierce will be leading us off here for Merrimack in the top of the second, and he sends one out to Jason Collado in center field for out number 1. Very quick. We barely had just turned the camera back on, and then instead we're seeing out number 1. So doing work is Griffin. He's really done a good job of retiring the last few batters.
Oh, yeah, definitely came back, had that one thing. Can't even really blame him if he thinks the ball was out of play. Ball was dead. I mean, he kind of can, but he didn't let up the earned run, But I like to see Collado out there. He's got speed. He's dependable. He's got a good glove. And looks like he worked his way right into the starting lineup out there.
Yeah, he's gotten the last 2 outs here for Sweeney. And now Shea Collins up to bat here, a 2-1 count to him. Shea is playing the catcher position here, so he knows this strike zone quite well at this point. So Griffin's got to really do a good job of making sure he hits the right spots here. And swing and a miss there. 2-1 count. 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 2-1 count Cy Tibbetts letting everyone know the count.
At 86 degrees, you got to be kind of feeling bad for the catchers here, as one's hitting and one, we're watching both of them here. Wall, who just took one off the body last at bat. But, hydrate, right? That's the only thing you can
is
say.
the only thing you can do right now, as it's a tough day. And ball 4 is the call right there from Cy Tibbetts. And taking a free ride up to first base is Shea Collins. So
that's tight. And Andrew framed it up, put it there nicely. I'm a little surprised seeing that, they were getting the call. Merrimack was getting that same pitch. But, when you have a lefty, it's a little different look, so.
Well, it gets the called strike there. So Mike Moran, the center fielder, number 25, the batter here. Getting further and further down the lineup here as early in this game. So we're getting to see all those names. And now possible double play ball.
Beautiful.
Plamondon to DeWitty,
So
over
nice.
to Rivera.
Yes.
And a 6-4-3 is the sign that we're going to get, I guess. The play. And
would you call that a tailor-made double play?
that was a beautiful double play and a great job to the boys of Sweeney to get that going. And they'll see what their bats can do. And we'll see the likes of Jason Collado, Ethan May, and Tyler Surowski due up. We'll be back right after this. Tied game here at Gill Stadium for game number 1 of tonight's doubleheader between Merrimack and Sweeney Post. Kyle Heavey and Michael Gonzalez here. And Collado trying to put down a bunt on pitch number 1. I was not able to get it, and it goes for a strike.
Yeah, they're on to him now. So if he was trying to sneak one in, the infield is way in now.
Oh, now they go outside, and it's called a strike. So Collado got to protect here, as doesn't want to go 3 straight pitches.
So far, I'd say Merrimack's been getting the benefit of the calls,
And strike 3. And the throw down is in time, and put that on your scorecard as a K for Collado. And
that's that's the one slight disadvantage of trying to bunt first pitch. You do go down on the count, and then you find yourself with a liberal strike call, and now you're 0-2, and you got to protect. So, that's the only downfall of drag bunting that first pitch.
Ethan May, who's had a great Sweeney postseason so far, he might be in the bottom of the lineup, but at the same time, it's also nice to have a good hitter to really work the bottom of the lineup. But now 5 straight strikes here for Colin Burke, and see if he can get number 6 here.
Yeah, if he gets rolling, he could be in trouble. He's got that imposing look.
Inside does not get it, so Ethan does a good job.
Kind of a mechanical wind-up, if you think about it. Like, you kind of switches and then turns, and then it's very meticulous.
And now a little sound like a broken bat, but ground ball to the third baseman over to Campbell, and that marked that as a 5-3, and a good throw from Landon Pierce across the diamond for out number 2. Not much you can do on that. Hope the bat's okay here. But now we'll see what Tyler Sarzowski can do here to try to continue this inning going here. Tyler. Oh, he sends one over to second base, but handled very easily and quickly over to Campbell again for the 4-3. So fast inning for Sweeney against Merrimack. Fast for Merrimack versus Sweeney. We'll head to the top of the 3rd inning for this Sweeney Post matchup. Back after this. Well, fresh after making that play at second base, Keegan Ponder will be the leadoff hitter here for Merrimack as we start the top of the 3rd inning. Michael, this game is really going pretty quickly, even though that top of the 1st inning was a crazy one. Just 1, 2, 3 the last couple at bats for both teams, and we'll see what Ponder can do.
Yeah, Burke and Logue are definitely getting in their zone here. And
Griffin found that.
If they can keep getting
mustard right there.
Yeah, if they can keep hitting these corners, they might make quick work.
And now sent out. Let's see if it lands fair. It does not. Very close, and it got through the netting and everything. Goes all the way out to the 312, but really the 300 mark, you'd say, with the angle.
It's a miracle.
And now the umpire Ty Sibbets doesn't realize that Griffin doesn't have a ball and is finally able to get one to him. So now Keegan with a 1-2 count here. Sun coming back out a little bit here. And sent out. Too much room right there. Rivera with some speed will try it, but was not going to able to get it. Just didn't have enough height, really, in my opinion.
That was an interesting dynamic. It kind of looked like he went quick with the pitch, but then threw a changeup.
Yep.
So it was like, it was cool. He definitely got him off speed. Wonder if that was intentional or not.
Either way, I'm very impressed with that ability here for sure. As now it's still a 1-2 count. Griffin would love to get a K here. Instead, flown up in the air, Plamondon racing back. So there might be a collision. No, Jacob says, I got it, and then just flips it over to his teammate right there in Ben Canny, and he'll do it for out number 1. And now it's the last batter in the lineup here, and Thomas Campbell, the first baseman.
That was one of the weird ones. If Canny wanted it, it's technically his ball, and Plamondon will sit back, and he probably will tell him, if you want it, just call me off. But I think when you look at it, you know, the veteran, you kind of give him liberties to do that. But really, the right thing to do is if you think you got it, Canny, go get it.
You know, Canny coming in, but Jacob just seemed
Right.
like he, you know.
He's special, though. Plamondon is very special out there.
For sure. Now a swing and a miss right there.
Good job getting right ahead of him again here.
A 1-2 count, just like we just saw with Ponder, and now Campbell got to protect here.
Phew, just high.
Just upstairs. Yeah, both teams hoping to get that 4 spot. Right now, the number 1 spot. Oh, a little foul ball. Coach not able to get that. It'll go all the way over to the Concord, Michael. Coming into this game they're playing tonight, they have a 9-0 record. Feeling very good up there in the capital region. And then you got Lebanon and Laconia. Called strike 3 right there.
Concord 9-0. When you win that 5th game, the 6th game, 7th, once you hit 9, you feel like you're unbeatable. The streak just keeps going, and then you just feel like it gets easier and easier to win.
Well, Andrew Nielsen, who we really didn't get a chance to say much about, as he was hit by a pitch in the very first pitch that we started this broadcast at.
He got his revenge, though. He did cross the plate.
He did not. He was
didn't.
actually the one that was thrown out in the pickle.
Ah, good
A
call.
little ground ball, and Griffin is going to take that underhanded over to Rivera, and another 1-2-3 inning for Merrimack. So Griffin Logue doing some good work, but we'll see what his bats can do. He is the first batter here for Sweeney as we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It'll be Logue, Plamondon, and Canny. Back with more after this. Back here from Gill Stadium, and it's the pitcher versus pitcher battle right here between Colin Burke and Griffin Logue. And pitch number 1 is high for a ball. It looks good from here, but you know we're a little bit higher up above, and see what we can do here. And my apologies, I have this wrong. It looks like it actually is Jacob Plamondon. So Griffin apparently is not going to be hitting today, as of now anyway. So good job, Michael. I wish you were.
Well, they got Manny Castro DHing today.
That's
I found
right.
that interesting. Might be because of the doubleheader. Coach trying to.
The way it was listed on the roster, it just seemed like that they had him. They had him hitting, but now I do the math. I guess that is too many hitters. So.
Well, once I saw Castro not at 3rd, his normal position, I kind of had to check it out and see what's up with that.
Well, Jacob is 1 for 1 in today's game with a triple and the run scored way back in the bottom of the 1st inning, and I'd love to see him hit for the cycle maybe, and not to whoa, never mind.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, well,
shave and a haircut.
Count goes full now.
Yeah. I mean, when you have a fast pitcher like Colin Burke right here, and then you have a couple people getting hit, you have that, it gets scary.
And now sent out to right field again on his horse, and not able to make it. Goes for a foul ball, and now we'll see.
I'm wondering if that post wasn't there, if you would have really made a bid for it. You got to preserve your body, though. I don't blame him there.
Andrew Nielsen, who seems to be out of breath right now. That was a heck of a run on a again, with the sun coming out, the temperature is really hovering around the upper 80s, lower 90s. The heat index on the field with the humidity is got to make it feel like it's in the probably the high 90s, I would say, down there. You were down there, Michael, getting the lineup, so you could feel the heat.
Hotter on the field, too. It always gets about 5-10.
Ooh, inside pitch, and instead of hitting for the cycle, he will head to first base, and Plamondon is on base for the second time in this game, and, well, he's got speed.
Yeah, you have to make some kind of move. With Canny's contact ability and his ability to speed down to first, expect Jacob to be off maybe first or second pitch. Maybe feel him out first pitch and then go second.
Canny, who's 1 for 1 on the day.
Ooh, delayed steal.
Oh, now he's caught in a little bit of pickle.
Okay,
We've
down.
seen him get out of this before.
Yeah, he's good.
And is able to stay on the bag.
So
and,
I said delayed steal. You can steal him to catch it. What you do is you kind of wait for him to throw it back to the pitcher, and then you time it perfectly. A lot of that is done in Little League, but it's done at this level too. It's all on the runner. He has to have the green light to do it.
Well, went for a ball 1, so we'll see.
He's crafty on the bases, though, huh?
Certainly is.
He gets himself out of a lot of jams.
Makes me jealous.
Yeah.
It really does. It's the incredible what speed can do as long as you have the intelligence of knowing what to do. And Canny with a 2-0 count. He's probably going to be looking at a strike here. See if he can connect.
Reminds me of Benny the Jet Rodriguez in Sandlot when he pickled the beast.
Yeah. Love that. Great 4th of July movie, as we just had the nation's holiday on Tuesday. So happy Independence Day to everyone here. 247 years old, Michael.
Yeah. She wears it well.
She certainly does. And Canny, 2-1 count.
He should go here, I think.
Oh, he is. And fouled back. Oof. That had some velocity right there, hitting up at the press boxes where the scorekeeper sits.
What do you think of Canny's swing? It's different, right? It's kind of like definitely a contact, tough strikeout, quick to the base. I like it. Good number 2 hitter thing to have.
He won't be hitting one over the fence, but, Pete Rose was very good at getting singles. And another fouled off pitch number 3. So we're going to run out of baseballs at the way that Canny's going, as that has rolled all the way underneath the net. And, wow.
Jacob's going to run out of energy, too, because he keeps going every pitch here.
You got to remember, doubleheader. This is going to be rough for him.
If I'm Burke, I'd keep an eye on him, maybe just check on him, throw a reverse here, because he's run 3 times in a row now.
2-2 count.
A little elongated. Yeah, there he goes.
And high pitch. The throw is not in time.
All day.
Standing up, able to slide in and be right there. And
he got quite the jump on that. Great job. And that's the experience of, again, I keep harping on it, but I can't explain it any better. He had a year at the big level, and he comes down here, and he's just dominating. He's a man out there.
Oh, great attempt. But I'm very actually impressed with Collins' ability to twist. If he hadn't released the ball, who knows? But either way, a full count now on Canny. And he's a little ground ball slide.
There he goes.
The
He's gonna
throw is in time. It shows that his foot is on the bag. Throw is a little wide, but Plamondon was able to move up to third.
You want to check here with the umpire at home, because he had a better angle. I think personally he was off, but we've been wrong all day as far as Sweeney.
Yeah, they're still gonna say it's an out. So
you gotta have each other's back, I guess.
Makuchi had a chance to chat with these guys before the game, and they were very polite. We haven't really gotten to meet them throughout the season, so apparently they're not. This isn't their area for the most part, but they were able to sign up and come here. And now Plamondon at third base with 1 out, and we'll see what Xander Rivera can do here.
This is definitely Sweeney's chance. They get their 2 stud hitters coming up here with their best base runner on third. If this was, Vegas, the live odds would probably be about 90% they're going to score.
Rivera, who struck out last time, sends one out there. Will it land in fair
Yep.
territory? It does, and he will go in for an RBI double as Plumond able to come in for the second time, and Sweeney Post has taken the lead here in the bottom of the third inning.
Most of their damage has been right down that right field line. Is a couple factors: the speed of Burke's pitching, as the winning bats. But if I'm Merrimack, I'm definitely taking a note, and I'm definitely cheating a little more than he is over there in right. I mean, to me, he's a little too far over towards center. I would be hugging that line big time right now.
Home field advantage, Michael. Home field advantage.
Yeah, you're right.
And now we'll see what Manny Castro can do. Manny hit into a sacrifice to the – well, it got Plumond over to third. It was a ground ball to the first baseman.
Bang, bang play, yeah. But, yeah, you're right. Technically, it was just an out.
It was an out. It was 3-1, but at the same time, he was able to get Plumond over to excuse me, I guess that was Ben Canny he got over to third base. But either way, 1-0 count. Runner. Timeout called.
I mean,
He's got a nice bravado voice right there.
he did. I wanted to call timeout for him. He was just kind of just sitting there. Like, I get it. You kind of want to keep an eye. You got a really fast runner. You got a good hitter. But
The turn was there. He's got a decent little pickoff move, but he hasn't released the ball.
that's like Dancing with the Stars type of footwork right there.
If he gets famous, hopefully he'll get on there. Ball outside,
nice
so
job again.
2-0 count.
Good job corralling that again.
Now, do you give him the green light? This is different.
Man, I didn't even realize it.
3-0 count.
I'm absolutely giving him the green light. This is the guy you want. But, he's so disciplined. He might not even take the green light if it was given to him.
Instead, he decides to let it go.
He's an old school, by the book, total discipline hitter. Reminds me a lot of Manny Ramirez, to be honest, back in his day, the way he lines up his swing and everything.
And taking off, the throw to third is in time, but no tag placed, and able to slide in safely. So, second stolen base of the inning. And now Rivera is at third, and that was ball 4. So now we have runners at the corners with just one out, and Andrew Wall, who would love to be able to connect on one.
They have to take, I would say, Merrimack's setting up their defense. You got to assume he's going. First and third situation.
The infield not playing in right now. They're really playing set
Yeah,
regularly, so they're not looking for a double play at this point.
They're evened up. If you look up the middle, though, they are definitely favoring double play depth. They're kind of cheating towards the back. A lot of room in that left field, infield gap right there between the 30 and the 40-yard line there.
I'm seeing that the left fielder.
And he's a pull hitter too.
I agree. So if we can get a hold of one, the stolen base right there for Castro, and now. Let's see. Ducks fly together. Love to see them fly home.
Come home. Mama needs you home. How about that? How many times do we wish the catcher just did that all season long in high school?
Yeah,
just didn't throw it. Just eat it and give the base up.
Outside pitch. And now seems like Colin Burke has lost a little bit of his edge of hitting the side of the plate.
Yeah.
Now 2-1 count.
Baseball is streaky, Momentum is everything.
And the pitch.
Ooh.
Sent out. That will land in there for a single. One run comes around, and Andrew Wall able to get himself an RBI single. And Sweeney Post adds more to their lead, now leading it 3-1.
Andrew Wall gets a nice hit, and he's just like, ain't no thing but a chicken wing. He's been there. When someone scores, act like you've been there. Andrew Wall's been there. That was a great hit, though, huh?
It certainly wasn't in the sweet spot of the bat, but Andrew's got so much power and was able to just drop that in, a one-hopper right there to the left fielder. And now the coach has come out to talk things over. Again, we only have one out, and runners, again, at first and third. And a little bit of an issue here with Merrimack, they are starting to fall behind, and their bats have not been there to back them up as well, going 1, 2, 3 the last 2 innings.
Did you see where Andrew hit that ball, Kyle? Right between the 30 and the 40.
Yeah, you did call that. That's very, very, very true. Props to you. That's a Kyle point for sure.
Dang, I'll take it. Now, here's a situation where they think that, Andrew Wall's not going to go to second. He's going to take second. I guarantee he will try to take second just to cause some kind of rundown or something at some point.
It's the outside corner, and Amar DeWitty, who ended the first inning with a ground out to Burke at the pitcher's mound, will try to do better this time.
Well, that's the thing about Amar. We know he's a contact guy. He usually always makes contact.
Fouls one into the stands. Hopefully
Yeah.
everyone's okay down there.
Yep. Looks like it.
Now, Amar down now in the count 0-2. Got to protect here. See if they throw him a little junk ball.
Look at Manny's lead on third.
And he sends one, but it will be foul ball. See if it goes into the soccer net. Just misses wide. And still count is 0-2.
We've seen Castro steal home back in high. Me and Andrew saw that. He is a crafty runner. He's looking for any kind of nibble. There he goes. I told you.
A little ground ball hits the plate, and now in play.
Oh, Andrew, watch out. Get back. Good
Wow,
play.
All right, so mark that as 2-3, but a great job by the catcher, able to throw that ball down to Campbell at first. And now there's 2 outs with runners at second and third.
Not only did he throw him out at first, but he had to get it and still check Castro at third. If he doesn't look him back, Castro's going to score. So you got to do that. It's almost like doing a pump fake in basketball and still making the layup.
Now sent over, but easily caught by the shortstop.
Unfortunate.
So Ducks left on the pond this time, but 2 runs do come around. Nice catch there by Keegan Burke to end the inning here. We'll head to the top of the 4th with Sweeney Post leading it by a score of 3-1. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Heavey back with more after this. Top of the 4th inning here, and Colin Burke, the pitcher for Merrimack, will be the leadoff hitter in a big swing and a miss on the first pitch from Griffin Logue. And really, Merrimack's got to start getting things squared away. They've gone 1, 2, 3 the last 2 innings, and nothing better that you can do as a pitcher to make your team be better if you can get a hold of one. Not sure if that was a foul tip right there. He kind of got away from Andrew. And now Burke kind of taking a walk around the plate.
I think it's safe to say that Logue is in the zone right now.
I agree. Ever since, the start of the game, that first inning was a little unorthodox for him. He's been able to figure things out.
And by my math, he had him out at home, so he really could be having a shutout, but he's really settled down. That was a ripper.
Down.
Ooh, just
wow.
left. Definitely left. The benefit of the pellets help us up here.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I couldn't even zoom in fast enough as I was just so intrigued to see how it was going to land with my own eyes. And sorry for that at home, everyone. I was not able to use my thumb fast enough. But either way, a 1-2 count, and Griffin would love to be able to get himself a strikeout. And a foul tip just does not stay in the glove of Juice.
Good job changing the speeds on that, because obviously he jumped all over that changeup right there. Drilled it down the line, almost got it down the line fair. But right there, that speed of the fastball really caught up to him. Ooh.
Inside, barely able to use his upper body strength to twist out of the way.
Yeah.
Burke did not want to take a free ride to first. Instead, he will take another pitch, a check swing that comes close to hitting his own first base coach.
It's called an excuse me swing. Yeah. You're just kind of protecting yourself at that point.
So still a 2-2 count.
Ooh, nice
Trying
deuce.
to get him outside. Griffin really trying to get him guessing. And now, full count. I'm going to go straight fastball right here, Michael.
Yeah, high up. Try to get him to swing here. Ooh, right on it.
And he does, and is able to get it through the infield.
Good hit.
Past Plamondon and Castro. And now, standing at first base for the first time in a number of innings is a Merrimack batter in Keegan Burke, who's gone, I believe, 2 for 2 now. Or
Yep.
Colin Burke, excuse me. That's Colin. Now it's Keegan.
Yep, 2 for 2 in trying to help himself out here. I'm not sure about his speed, but he did score, so am I correct on that one?
And it was actually Keegan
Okay.
that's up to bat. And he does the same exact thing as his brother. And now consecutive singles here for the Burke brothers.
The
And
clone
Merrimack
hit.
has something going here.
Yeah, they look just like an instant replay right there. But now they're in business, and as fast as this game's moving along, they will be playing 7 with the doubleheader. So Merrimack, timely. They can't, they had to make a run at some point.
Mike Lima, who flew out to Collado at center field, stands really far up in the box here.
Yeah.
And he goes for strike 1 right there.
That has some extra pep to it. When Griffin gets a little chip on his shoulder, the ball goes a little faster out of his arm. It feels
It
like.
certainly feels it for sure. And now got a little soft grounder.
Ooh.
Called home.
Eh,
Well, Cy Tibbetts has to make that call as
Right.
Andrew did field the ball in still foul territory.
boy, did he make the call too. He's got, yeah. What'd you call it? Boisterous.
It's very boisterous for sure. As at the same time,
No one wants a
Lima's
timid
got to Lima down in the hole.
Yeah.
0-2.
Boy, Wall was a cat, huh?
He knew what to do there. Very
Yeah.
very good IQ to get that.
Nice. A little high.
Oh, just called high.
I mean, it was a little high as a 0-2 waste. I wonder if the umpire had the same mentality that he's gonna be wasting one here. So it could be a preset, psychology thing.
And now sent out. Collado got to get some speed. He's on his horse, and that gets over his head, goes all the way to the fence.
He's
One
flying.
run comes around. Second run will be coming around.
Flying.
And look at this, sliding into third base for a RBI triple is Lima. And Merrimack has tied this game back up 3-3.
Holy moly, Kyle! That was drilled. Collado didn't have a chance in that outfield turns into an uphill situation. So, man, I just looked at him running, and he was cruising. I thought he might even went for a 4-bagger there.
So,
Infield in here. Look at this.
yeah, you got to keep the lead run at bay here.
Yep.
And with no outs, it's
Ooh,
do
nice
what you got to
changeup.
do. Griffin
Yeah.
says, take this, man.
That was like wiffle ball. Way ahead of that. Unfortunately, can't get away with doing that every pitch. But good job.
No, they'll
man.
figure it out. Oh, foul ball.
Ouch. Wall just
That
took it.
hurts Andrew for sure.
Yeah, man. I feel so bad for him. I want to go give him a hug.
Give him a electrolyte, like a Powerade or one of those fizzies full of electrolytes. I don't know if you've tried those yet. They're really good.
I haven't.
I think all these players probably need something like that today because it worked for me when I played softball a few weeks ago. Felt healthy the whole time. And now hit.
Oh, double him up.
Double him up. Look at
Gotta
this.
get to the bag. Get to the bag.
Oh my! Able to- Whew.
We're not homers.
Oh my goodness!
I would have said that if that was Merrimack too. But hey, good job. No harm, no foul.
Well, a double play. Great job by Amar, able to snag that and throw it over to Tyler, and a double play. And now the lead run will take a seat on the dugout bench, and with 2 outs, Griffin will just really depend on the batter here, who is none other than Shea Collins.
Not only did Dewey make the great catch, which we got to start with that, but when he threw it to the bag, not the player.
And now sent out, we'll see, and able to make that catch. Wasn't the cleanest, he had to work for it right there, but able to bring that down as Ben Caney. So 3 hits in the inning for the Merrimack squad, 2 singles and a triple, and this game is tied back up as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Back and forth we go here. A good game for game number 1, and now we'll see the likes of Ethan May, Tyler Starzarski, and Griffin Logue back up. Back with more after this. Bottom of the fourth inning is Ethan May's time to bat, and we'll see what he can do as the leadoff hitter for Sweeney Post against Colin Burke. First pitch fouled back.
Yeah, it's like I made the reference to you between innings. These pitchers are kind of in a boxing match right now.
We're definitely going 15 rounds right now, and it's back and forth. Both teams trying to jump ahead, but for the most part, they've just inside pitch just goes for a ball.
Well, Burke got a little, energy boost by getting the game tied, just like Logue did a couple innings before getting that 2-run lead. So now they're evened up, and we'll see where this goes.
Hits in front of the plate and smacks off the catcher's mask and Shea Collins. And now, here we go with a 2-1 count. Ethan, 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to the third baseman. Was able to make a great throw in Landon Pierce across the diamond. So
veteran hitter, Ethan.
He didn't get to play much last year. Had a cast on his arm. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he was still a very quality teammate as he showed up to every single game, even though he couldn't play until the very last game of the year.
Definitely goes a long way with the coaching staff.
And that's why it's great to see him another year older. Put on some size for sure in a good way. It looks very stronger. Amazing. As someone that did the same thing, grew after high school more to put on some muscle. It's great to see these guys still playing.
Ooh.
And now he attacks on one and
wow,
sent out to center field. We'll see where Ethan ends up as now finally getting to it at the warning track. Ethan is going to be coming to third base, a head first slide, not even needed, but a lead-off triple, and Ethan is going to need some oxygen here with this heat right now.
He's cashed, but it's worth it. That was roped.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's the heat or the slide that he just doesn't seem like he's a little winded right now, and like to see him take the lead here if able to. And we'll see what Tyler Sarkowski can do here. And he's 0 for 1 as well, grounding out to the second baseman.
Well, we saw Ethan make a run out of ball and right. And
now fouled up. It will not be a playable ball, but Scott Bazoin able to kind of take a little short walk and get it for us.
We saw Ethan make a run out of foul ball and right, and took some wind out of him. So he's definitely expanding his bandwidth, if you will.
3 triples today in this game here, Michael. This is actually pretty cool to see. A lot of running going on here. And, nothing feels better than being able to just continue to run when you've got a hold of a ball.
Oh, for sure. Like, you want to see the back of the outfielder's jersey all day long.
And we sure did. Out there was Mike Moran, who will be the leadoff hitter in the 5th inning here for Merrimack, but he was on his horse. Called low. Tyler not pleased with that, and now he has to protect here with a 1-2 count.
Right. And people don't realize how much real estate there is in these outfields.
And
that's a strike.
Strike 3. Tyler shakes his head in absolute frustration right there, and now 1 out here. And I said it before. I keep remembering that Griffin is not batting. I should not have written his name down. And for the 3rd time in this game, it is Jacob Plamanen who will be the batter here.
Colin Burke has been given a steady diet of fastballs, and that curveball was just a complete surprise. And it was well pitched, too. I mean, that thing buckled him. And I think when he really thinks about it, he knows that was a good pitch. Tip your hat and move on, right?
Plamanen, one of the 3 guys that have gotten a triple so far in this game, has scored both times he's been up to bat with a walk and a stolen base in the 3rd. Now here we are in the 4th, and 0-1 count to him. Ball up high. I'm wondering, Jacob's pants are quite dirty here. And obviously we're on turf, so if he didn't have time to wash his pants, I'm curious on, from last night's game up in Laconia. And he sends one up to center field, an RBI single right there brings in Ethan May, and Sweeney Post able to take back the lead. And Jacob Plamondon is having a good game so far here for Sweeney.
Absolutely. Back to the pants. An old trick I used to do to make sure you got to hit the dirt early in the game. That way, maybe during infield, something like that. You want to get everyone to know that you hit the ground early, because if you didn't wash your pants, and you're 0 for 4, it kind of doesn't look right.
And now Jacob takes off on the first pitch, and he's able to slide in safely again, his second stolen base of the game. And now looking to add more to the run total for Sweeney, as Jacob Plamondon and Ben Canny will be able to do that if he's able to connect again, just like he did back in the first inning.
Probably happy that he didn't have to take 8 attempts at stealing the base like last time. But, yeah, there he is. He's been on base 3 times already.
Thought about throwing back, but Burke holds on to the ball.
Yeah, I mean, to me, what an asset it is to have Jacob Plamondon on the team. And it's got to be rubbing off on all the other players. Just kind of like Tom Brady demands, if I can do it, you can do it. It really helps to see, someone that makes the game look easy. Because it's not an easy game, but he sure does. He's got I know it's his number, but he really reminds me of Derek Jeter a lot.
I could see that too, playing the shortstop position and looking to possibly take third if he's able to figure out Collins.
Canny might bunt here.
Oh, called a strike, and Canny down
Not
the
anymore.
count.
But look at the hole on the left side. That's what Plamondon does. He kind of forces you to hold him on, which opens up the field.
Now.
Oh, he's
He
off.
went.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nice play. That's the thing about that. When Plamondon leaves, catcher has to make a choice. He can't just gun out the easy guy. He has to also get the guy at first. So good job. That was a great play.
Unorthodox sack strikeout right there for Ben Canny. And Plamondon with 2 outs is now just 90 feet away. And now big hitter, Xander Rivera up to bat.
Yeah, he had an RBI last time. And he's the guy you want up for sure.
A big double his last time up to bat, and takes a ball high for his first pitch here.
Definitely the guy you want. And if you were to pitch around him, you don't want to face Castro. So this is a good spot, again, with their best runner and their best hitters coming up.
1-1 count here. Clouds have gotten a little bit more thicker here in the west. That has caused the sun to absolutely be disappearing for the evening here, Michael. So lights will come on eventually, as we will be dealing with a little bit of, I know that there's rain out in the Keene area. The games out there in Keene were probably affected right now, as I believe it's Keene and Concord are playing tonight.
Well, the flag is definitely flying at a vigorous, windy level. Oh.
Inside, called a strike.
You got to remember that he's going to call that. It's been consistent. But, yeah, it's a little daunting as a hitter when the strike zone opens up.
2-2 count and
It
gets
leads
him
to that.
on a strikeout. So a triple and a single here for Sweeney Post have added to their lead. It is now a 4-3 game, and we'll head to the 5th inning. A great matchup for game number 1. We're running out of time for Merrimack. They got to get things going, and we'll see the likes of Mike Moran, Keegan Ponder, and Thomas Campbell, 7, 8, 9, due up. Back with more after this. Back here for the top of the 5th inning with Griffin Logue still commanding the strike zone on the pitcher's mound. And look at that. Strike number 1 goes to the center fielder, Mike Moran, who will try to help his cause here after he had to turn his back and go get that ball on Ethan May's triple.
Yeah, he's speedy. We saw him get to that ball and do a good job getting it in, because it did look like it was going pretty far.
And
That's
now
a nice hit.
sent out, and it's going to bloop in for a single here, and Moran is able to get on base. He is now 1 for 2 in the day. He was the one that grounded into the 6-4-3 double play way back in the second inning. So to get things going in the fifth, and Keegan Ponder, who popped out to Jacob Plamondon, who's 0 for 1, will be now the new batter with, no outs.
I mentioned that prize fight feel to this. It's like Rocky, boom, 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 and then here comes a right cross by Merrimack. So, got a speedy guy on first. Think they're in business, and this has turned out to be quite the game.
Griffin has a
it's close.
As I was just about to say, Griffin with a great pickoff move. I've seen it numerous times over the past couple of years between Legion and Central Ball. And now a little ground ball. Let's see. Can it be a 6-4-3? Amar not able to get it out of his glove. So it'll just go down as a 6-4 fielder's choice. And Moran will step off the playing surface. And Keegan Ponder will take the first base play. And now 1 out. And Thomas Campbell, who struck out his lone time up to bat 0 for 1 on the day, will be the next batter here in the fifth inning.
A lot of people might be wondering, why is he out when he dropped the ball? What happened was he did catch it cleanly, and in the transfer, it's a specific rule. In the transfer, he bobbled it and the ball fell. So it'd be like if he didn't try to throw it, but sometimes you see that ball hit the ground, you're wondering, didn't he drop it? But it's like football, he made a football move. It's like a fumble after the catch.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate the explanation there, as it was, popped up in the air. Can Andrew see it and not able to get it in time? Is it, kind of tough to just had some height? I know if you wanted the windows open, you would have made an attempt at it, but
I felt like Capone, the Trinity dog, right
absolutely. Miss that boy.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
But we are high up above in the AC. Strike 3 right there. So for the second time in this contest, Thomas Campbell takes the lone walk back to the dugout, and he'll be back in the field at first base in due time. But now Andrew Nielsen will be the batter with 2 outs here in the fifth inning. Andrew's 0 for 1 on the day, was hit by a pitch and was out in the pickle. A pickoff move right there. Good job by Griffin. You weren't even looking, and you would have been shocked if he had gotten thrown out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known. I was definitely looking up the trivia question for
A swing and a miss, and Griffin has just really got the Merrimack team on pins and needles trying to figure out what to do. 0-1 count. Goes outside. Andrew, nice ricochet into the glove there.
Yeah, you mentioned when he came up pouncing with that barehanded throw that ended up being foul, his hand-eye coordination, like that backhand right there just says it all. I bet he's good at Fortnite.
And Andrew with the throw attempt. This is going to be, not able to get the ball in the glove. Amar, not pleased with himself, would have had him tagged out, but instead a stolen base there by Keegan Ponder, and now Merrimack looks to get their tying run 180 feet away here at second base.
Yeah, he's going to want to go back to the dugout, maybe put some rosin bag on his hands, because he's definitely had a couple Butterfinger plays this inning, but, he'll bounce back. One thing about Amar.
Instead, Griffin says, I will take care of business, and goes for the K, the second consecutive K in this inning. And now,
I think that caught us all on
a
little outside, but, consistent with the strike zone.
Well, that's all that she'll do it for the fifth inning, at least in the top part, and we'll head to the bottom part. Sweeney with a 4-3 lead. We'll see what Manny Castro, Andrew Wall, and Amar DeWitty can do with their bats. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Heavey back with more after this. Bottom of the fifth, and Manny Castro will be leading us off here for the Sweeney Post, trying to add more to their lead. And Michael Gonzalez, Kyle Heavey, a tough day so far for Manny. He has not really gotten a hold of the baseball, as we know that he's capable of it, but he is 0 for 1 with a walk and also grounded out to the first baseman.
Well, when you're a big name player too and you're hitting fourth, you do tend to get pitched around. It is a fact of life. It's a burden. That's why it's key.
It's a gift for having that talent as well.
It's a gift for Rivera too to be hitting third right before him. he's kind of benefits from that respect.
Outside.
And Wall, too.
Tibbetts holds off on saying a strike, so it's a 2-1 count. Colin Burke really has done a good job as well. Obviously first time seeing him, but he's been able to command pretty well. And now sent out to center field, fighting for it, and able to catch it, Mike Moran. But
it's got Kelly Lead.
I mean, to see his right fielder and Andrew Nielsen come over so fast, I mean, they're talking things over as Nielsen really covered a lot of ground if you look at that right now.
You mentioned Burke doing well. He's gotten out of some jams, some really, really sticky jams with last inning Plummonton on third. So, yeah, definitely I wanted to double down on that comment you made, how he really has stepped it up.
Well, now Andrew Wall, who his last time at the bat had an RBI single. He was also hit by a pitch in the game, so he's been on base all 2 times. And it seemed like a curveball that just didn't land right or something on the mound.
Yeah, it definitely with a fast curveball, like kind of like couldn't decide how to let it go, maybe.
And now a little ground ball. Andrew's gonna be racing, but able to make the play is Keegan Ponder getting over to Thomas Campbell. So a 4-3 out right there. And now very quickly 2 outs here in this bottom of the 5th inning. And we'll see what Amar can do, who's, his glove has not been working as well as we're used to from him, but he's able to at least back it up with his bat. And, well, he would love to see himself get on base for the first time. He's 0 for 2 with a couple groundouts.
Yeah, definitely. Playing second, we used to see him at short, but, with Plummonton, he has to make that move over, and he'll figure it out.
Colin having some issues with the mound right there. He slipped on that last pitch. It was still a strike, but he could see that he was a little frustrated. And now another ground ball for Amar. And look at this, Keegan Ponder having an inning right there, getting over Thomas Campbell again. And that will do it, a 1-2-3. And now the energy is on the Merrimack side as they are down 1 run with really only 6 outs remaining for them. And we'll see what Colin Burke, Keegan Burke, and Mike Lima can do with their bats as we go to the top of the 6th innings. Woo! Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Heavey.
Yeah.
Exciting one here. Back after this. Top part of the 6th inning here from Gill Stadium. A great one between Sweeney Post and Merrimack. And Michael, as we were able to talk between the innings here, both pitchers really doing their due diligence to get this victory. And now we'll have them battling off here as we start the top of the 6th.
Yeah, he's coming out again. No one warming up, and it looks like a classic battle. I did sneak a peek over at Merrimack, and it looks like number 22, Pierre, is warming up. So we'll see what happens with that. But, you mentioned it before. What a game both pitchers are having. For sure, absolutely, pitchers duel.
Griffin with 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Has given up 3 runs.
Colin's hitting right now. So you have to, Merrimack might just be keeping it safe. There's nothing wrong with having someone in the hole ready to go. But a really low bench, like not much depth on the bench from Merrimack as far as the roster is concerned, as opposing to Sweeney, who has, quite a bit of reserves in play.
Same exact batters that started off the 4th inning when they were able to go single, triple and bring in 2 runs. And that's what we're dealing with here in the 6th. But a 2-2 count here to Colin Burke, who is looking to get on base again. Ball low, so count goes full.
I just noticed that Colin Burke has the chicken wing kind of approach when he's. See that elbow?
Keeps the elbow in.
Yeah.
And gets the free pass to first base. And now, tough way to start things off as the tying run is on base with no outs.
Yeah, again, that's like the third time, Merrimack's been striking, but, Sweeney's been able to get out of it with some double play balls here and a line out and a fortunate plays here. So Logue's been fighting tough. I gotta say, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna give him a Kyle point
Ooh,
for his
okay.
tenacity. Keep an eye on Colin Burke here. Wall's definitely proven he can come up gunning though.
Ooh, what a pitch inside, but was able to get the call from Cy, and 1-1 count here.
Definitely kind of buckles down from the stretch, I've noticed.
Feels almost like one of those pitchers that just does well when there's more pressure on him.
Yeah, and that's a testament, to everything. The way he's growing up, everything. Like people who can shine in the big stage, there's something to that.
Big swing right there from Keegan, but not able to get anything but the air. And 2-2 count now.
Definitely a big swing.
We'll see if Griffin can get K number 5. Instead,
Oh, boy.
sent out. Ethan May on his horse is able to
Nice play.
reach out and grab that. A tough out number 1 right there.
One of those tailing balls, Kyle. We've covered it so many times. We saw Merrimack get burned by it because they're not used to this field. But Ethan May is all over it, isn't he?
I mean, he thankfully saw that coming and was able to put on the Jets right there and, able to make that out number 1. So the Mike Lima, who tripled his last time up to bat.
Yeah, surprising power. But,
Collado seems to be in that same spot where it landed. So we'll see if he sends one out there. Again, that was on a full count. The ball gets away. It's going to go all the way out. So a great pickoff attempt, but unfortunately, that's made its way out there. Able to go get that is actually it's Manny Castro, I believe, that's playing first base right now.
Doesn't that seem unfair to the runner? He has to stop at second right there.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's just such a daunting thing right there where you only get one base. Even the ball just went flying. So now tying run is able to move up, and Lima has a chance to, if he can connect on one.
Good pickoff move, too. Just unfortunate it squeaked by. But, yeah, this is a big spot for Merrimack.
Swing and a miss there.
Yeah, the chain went flying. That was a big cut.
Lima flew out to center field to end the first inning. And again, in that fourth inning, that big hit out there to center.
Oh, yeah. A couple RBIs, triple. That was a big
timeout called. As Lima feeling the sweat, uses his shirt to get the sweat off his brows, and now is ready to go.
Ooh, nice deuce.
Griffin says, I'll take this and
That was a
call timeout on me.
Yeah, how dare you. That was a bender, huh? He hasn't been really mixing in the curveball that much, so when he does, it is that much more effective.
And sent out, popped up. This could be in a tough spot. Ethan ranging over and is able to get it, but the taking off for the sacrifice. And look at Jacob Plamond and give him credit on that.
Yes.
Able to go and just try to back up to make sure the ball didn't get past Tyler Sarzowski. And
you're right. Good observation. Those are the little things. You don't write that down on a scoreboard. But, man, that's wanting to win. That's how you win, 1-0 games, stuff like that. That's huge. Good call, though. Good observation, Kyle.
And sent out. Let's see if not able to make it. So an RBI single in this game is tied back up 4-4. Colin Burke able to come around and look at that. A big single, RBI single right there. And Merrimack is feeling the energy right now with a runner now on first base. And what a good piece of hitting for the Landon Pierce, I believe that just did that.
Yeah, I mean, they got the momentum now. So it is a back and forth match. Logue has to get out of this. He has to. 2 outs here. Got to get out of this.
Yeah, Shea Collins is now the batter. So Landon Pierce was able to get that. And, wow, just the little things working out for Merrimack. Really working hard to get some runs. And ball gets past Andrew Wall, and that will make Landon go up to second base. So
good time for a coach's visit, I think. At this point, just check on him. I mean, it seems like, discuss strategy. I'd say within the near future, you're going to see a coach, or at least Cohen, see what he's having for dinner or something.
1-1 count here, and make
beauty.
that 1-2.
Beautiful pitch. We don't even have the windows open, and we could hear that snap.
Props to the extra microphone that we were able to put outside so we could stay cool up here.
It is nice.
And not able to get it.
Ooh.
Tibbetts says no, it was a ball. And
Must have been high. I'm guessing it was a little high.
2-2 count.
What do you think here? Another fastball?
I'm thinking curve. And a little, gets past.
Gotta come out throwing.
See, they're going to wave him home.
Coming.
The throw to the plate. Wall is there. He says, you're out. A little wrestling match.
Boom.
And
nice job by Andrew Wall. Holding ground. Nothing gets by him. And that was a little bit of a scrum at the end. Held on to the ball. And that's how you do it. What a throw on left field by Canny. Wow.
My goodness. Able to keep that leading run from crossing the plate. And Andrew Wall stands his ground and will head to the bottom of the sixth. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Heavey will have the likes of Jason Collado, Ethan May, and Tyler Starzowski due up. The energy in this place is alive and going strong here. We'll be back with more after this. Well, after a crazy start to the sixth inning, we're here at the bottom of the sixth, and Jason Collado trying to bunt, but that goes foul. A lot of changes here on defense for Merrimack, including a new pitcher, Landon Pierce, who was just the one that was thrown out at the plate, is taking the mound for Merrimack.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be taking over at the mound, and then Burke's going to go to center field, and then I'm impressed by the versatility.
Mike Moran.
Moran's going to go from center to third base, which I can see why Collado would want to test him on that bunt attempt, see what he's got there. But it's nice to have someone that can play every position, huh?
Absolutely, and now Moran's going to have to be ready here at third base, but Collado will not be bunting anymore as 2 strikes on him, and not able to get it. Landon tried to give him a little junk.
Yeah,
Tibbetts didn't fall for it.
Usually, Tibbetts will call that out, but good job holding back by Collado. But you got to protect here.
Collado goes down for the strikeout. Is now 0 for 3 on the day, and the big man Ethan May, who last time up had a triple and scored the 4th run for Sweeney Post, will be the batter here.
Not only did he get the triple, he made a heck of a play in right field on that tailing ball. That a lot of implications on that. So he's having a game for himself.
He is 1 for 2 again with grounding out to third base his first time up to bat in the second inning. So now with a new third baseman, we'll see what happens if he hits one there. Swings at an inside pitch, down in the count, 0-2.
Looks like Landon Pierce has no problem with the situation here, as he's been impressive so far, getting ahead of both. Ooh.
Ball low.
Nice curveball, good waist pitch. But if you're Ethan, you're sitting dead red here, He's trying to drill one out. Look at left field's way in, too.
Ball low.
You
and
see
now
left field out there? He's way in.
It seems like he...
Compared to the center fielder.
Sorry about that as I let go of the tripod. Get the sweat off my brow here.
Hey, it's an intense game,
And
big
fouled
cut.
back. Trying to get him on the inside pitch to get him out and not able to.
You mentioned he's gained some weight in the right places. He's just compact in that swing. Has a lot of potential power on it.
Strike 3. So back-to-back Ks for Landon Pierce. And now quickly there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I like what he just did. He struck out, and you mentioned when he was hurt, he showed up to every game. He doesn't make a big stink of it. He says, good pitch. Let's go play right field. So, good job.
And now we'll see what Tyler Starzowski can do here. He struck out his last time up to bat as well and is 0 for 2 on the day.
Might drop a bunt here again. A lot of
Fouled back.
room over at third, but Surprised coach hasn't went to the bench at all yet.
No, we're still sticking to what we got here.
We do have some action in the bullpen.
A little ground ball. Look at that. Pierce gets it over to Campbell. Kind of an awkward situation there, but is able to get that third out. So 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the 6th inning. We are going to the 7th. Both teams looking to get a victory here. We're tied up at 4 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Heavey. Stay tuned. Back with more after this. Griffin Lowe going for the complete game here as we start the top of the 7th inning, and he'll be facing the new third baseman and Mike Moran. Mike has had a tough go of things so far. 6-4-3 double play, and then was got a single his last time out the bat, but was hit into a fielder's choice at second base. So he's 1 for 2 on the day, just has not been able to really do much. And now he jams himself. Amar, now Ethan. Oh, Amar able to make the catch.
Yeah, you're able to hold on to that one.
Woo!
That's the one you want to hold on to, right?
The smile on his face right now because that was a tough spot for all three of the.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got the center fielder that could have made the play.
I was looking at right field. What were you looking at?
I was watching really more Amar to see what was his thought process was. And now a little soft ground ball. Plamondon
look at
to
him.
Throw across and
So
able to make the out. First time we've gotten to see Jacob really make a play today, and that was a soft little ground ball, but Jacob was able to handle it with such ease. Really just nice throw right across the diamond.
I got a newsflash for you. It's not easy. But dang, did he make it look easy.
So, very quickly, 2 outs here for Griffin.
Yeah, just what they needed.
And now it'll be Thomas Campbell who will be the batter. He struck out all 2 times he's been up to the plate right here today.
Going for the old hat trick.
So far, it's looking like it's going to happen.
And Logan's wheeling again. He pitches so much better when he gets ahead.
A little ball that did not want to come down to strike zone. And now, 2-1 count, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning.
Yeah. Definitely what the doctor ordered if they can get it.
Inside pitch. Andrew tried to do a good job of placing it to make it look like a strike, but unfortunately, a 3-1 count, and now a pitcher bow. I was trying to say that the hitters count, and he fouls one off. So now full count to the number 9 hitter, and Thomas Campbell.
A testament to Logo. He's really working quickly and efficient, and hitters count or not, I don't think he was ready for it.
Gets the call.
Backwards K.
Campbell fans for the 3rd time, and Griffin says, hey, guys, let's get out of this. Score a run here, and we win. That's right. And we'll see the likes of Jacob Plamondon, Ben Canny, and Xander Rivera do up 1, 2, 3 to end the game. We'll see what will happen as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Sweeney Post and Merrimack, a great battle going on. Back after this. And we are back here for the bottom of the 7th inning. Jacob Plamondon, who has not been out so far in this contest, is 2 for 2 and has a walk. So he's been able to get on base all 3 times. But at the same time, it has been a good pitching performance by Landon Pierce coming out of the bullpen.
Yeah, Landon Pierce has not skipped a beat. Came out with a quick strike and tried one low. But, yeah, Plamondon is very patient, and he's gonna put a good at bat in every time. This is their time, though, right? 1, 2, 3 here.
And
swung for the moon.
Jammed.
He wants that back.
Throws his bat in disgust, and very quickly 1 out here, and Ben Canny will be the next batter. So I got to give Landon Pierce credit. He has gotten the first 4 batters out very easily so far in his pitching performance. So, boy, this has been a tough spot for Sweeney, who really was in command with getting the victory before. And now it's going to be doing some work here to get on base.
Definitely got to give credit to him because coming in these spots is not easy. And was he get 5 outs in a row?
4 right now. Ben Canny would be number 5 if he is not able to make something happen. Foul ball. Fans,
Weak effort.
no effort right there.
You don't get to keep the ball, so what's the incentive?
Yes, that's true. Not like Fenway. And
Ooh,
now
get
Kenny
down.
sends one out, but
Nope.
it will be too far as it caught the jet stream and made its way all the way out to Andrew Nielsen for out number 2. So 5 up, 5 down so far, and now we'll see what Xander Rivera can do.
And looking in the dugout, if you have to assume this would probably go extra innings, and is Griffin Lowe going to come out for an 8th inning here?
We did see Manny Castro warm up
We
in
did.
the bullpen.
Yeah,
And
you're right. And he has had light duty with DHing, but with Logue looking so good, I'd have a hard time taking him out right now.
Xander has 2 strikeouts. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Inside pitch. 2 balls now.
What do you think? If you're coach, you kind of talk to him and say, hey, what do you think? You got another inning in you? And if he says yes, you ride him, right?
From the way that he's been, he's had 4 innings of 1, 2, 3 ball.
Yeah, he's definitely been we were kind of joking in between innings who's had the best game, Plamatin's offense or Logue's defense. And, right now Logue is very much in the running if they were to end up on top.
Well, he didn't get the green light right there, so a 3-0 count is now 3-1.
Yeah, not much green lights going on. Ooh,
And
there you
ball
go.
4,
This
so
is the guy you want. He'll steal. Manny brings him in. I mean, isn't that how he write it up?
if the script has been written, it makes sense to what might go down right here, as we've seen lots of speed from Rivera from his season with Memorial to now.
He's
And
an all-state track star.
timeout called as Manny just really feels the pressure right now to make things work out.
And the coach over at third base looks like a traffic guard for sure, doing every sign in the book.
Ball low, does not take off.
This gets in the head of the pitcher, too. Trust me on that. They know the name Rivera, and they know he's the guy that can steal. So when you're faced with that, it's hard to buckle down and throw strikes.
Another ball thrown right there. So really has thrown 6 of the last 7 pitches outside the strike zone.
Right. I mean, you could call it a distraction, call it whatever you want, but he's not able to focus primarily on the hitter.
Catches the outside corner for a strike. So 2-1 count.
I think this is it. He's got to go here. Nope.
Ball, call the strike right there.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's a tough pitch, though. Good job pitching.
And sends one out to right
Oh,
field.
this could be trouble.
This is a tough spot.
Oh, good.
Able to make the catch, Nielsen.
Wow.
And we will get extra baseball in game number 1, as Nielsen was been really doing a good job out in right field, an area that
Absolutely.
really gets overshadowed because of Pizza Hut commercials and Little League baseball. But we'll head to
It's
the
not the
8th
boneyard
inning.
anymore.
And Griffin will be coming out to take another inning pitching
Excellent.
here, and we will be back. Next run will most likely be the winning run, but time will tell. Back with more after this. The battle continues here in game number 1 as we go to the top of the 8th inning, tied up at 4-4, Merrimack versus Sweeney Post. And now it'll be the top of the lineup for the Merrimack squad. This is their 4th time up to bat. And Andrew Nielsen, who made some great catches in the bottom of the 7th inning, will be the leadoff hitter. He's had a tough day for sure, as he was hit by a pitch, grounded out to first the pitcher, and also struck out. So
He got
0 for 2 on the day.
got picked off in the pickle, too.
Yeah, way back in the 1st inning. So
But that catch, he plays the right field pretty well. So kudos to him. I mean, you can really save the day with your gloves. If you're not hitting, you got to do. You just got to focus on what you're doing at the time.
ooh, gets hit for
Ooh.
the 2nd time in the game.
Double feature.
This one didn't seem like it hurt as much as the first time as we started the contest with him going to first base. That one definitely caught him in the hip. And, well, now,
He's not too pleased, though.
well, this might be it for Griffin, though, as the coach is looking to come out.
Yeah, Manny's
and right
coming out.
behind him is Manny Castro. So Griffin's day is over. 7+ innings pitched, 4 runs allowed, and you can hear the clapping. He deserves to get a standing ovation right now for his pitching ability today to really get things going. But again, hitting the last batter of the day is a tough look. And
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little surprised they came out so quick, but when looking at him walk out the field, definitely he's put his heart and soul into it.
wow.
Kyle, I'm going to take this opportunity to do my trivia question now.
Well, we don't know how long this game will go, so we might as well
Yeah,
find out what you have in store as
The
we
gods
check out.
have blessed us with the trivia questions with extra innings. So the last time, okay, so Sweeney Post, I've mentioned this before. They're the last time they won the state championship was 2007.
Correct.
Merrimack Post 98, who's been around for over 100 years. When is the last time they won the state championship?
Merrimack, that's a good one right there. Do I ask you? Do I answer now, or do you want me to just? Do you want to be patient here and give give the audience some time to think things over?
We'll do it once Manny's done warming up.
All right. Well,
But if you want to walk it out, I mean, impressively enough, Rochester's really been running the Legion tournaments lately, as they won 4 out of the last 6. Did you know that?
Which is really impressive because we saw Spalding this year a couple times, and they did not have the best season, but they were able to take down a Merrimack squad. Spalding hadn't even won a game yet, and were able to take down Merrimack, and it was not the happiest thing for the Crusaders that day. But now here we go with Manny's warmed up and ready to go. I'm going to take a guess of 2012.
2012, good guess. That would be Concord won it that year.
Concord won it.
Merrimack has never won the
it.
state championship
Wow, okay.
in Legion ball.
Wow, interesting. The fact is,
Yeah, never have done it in all their history. But
Colin Burke, who pitched a good game as well, he's getting a no decision on today's contest, is the batter here. He's had an interesting day as well.
Nice frame job there. Who frames Roger Rabbit? Andrew Wall did, that's for sure. Nice job there, big man. You call him Juice, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Manny Castro looking to get a 3-pitch strikeout.
Yeah, he's bringing in some heat for sure. We know he can do that. When he gets grooving, we seen him get quite in the pocket.
Oh, 1-2 count. Swing and a miss for out number 1 in the top of the 8th inning. And Manny Castro is bringing some juice here to Juice.
Yowza. That was some heat.
Quickly 1 out here, as now the next batter will be his brother, Keegan Burke, who's had a great game, really. Has scored 2 of the runs. The last time he did fly out to Ethan May out in right field. That was that tough play that we talked about in the 6th inning.
Yeah, you're going to want to keep an eye on that hole between short and third, as he did get a single there last
time. A little ground ball. Will it be a 6-4-3 slow roller? Amar over. Not in time. So lead runner taken out.
Good job by Amar. We saw him, drop the ball in the transition last time. I'm wondering if Plumodden could take it back if he just kind of run and do it himself. Maybe be more efficient going that direction anyway. But either way, big out. And Manny's dealing, and that's the exact start that he wants to have with inheriting a runner at first, no outs.
Well, this guy up the bat has shown that he might be a little bit smaller frame, but can send the ball if he gets a hold of it.
Sneaky.
And Mike Lima.
Mike Lima's a baller. Don't get it twisted.
And now look at this, caught in a little rundown. Manny's just got to run. The tag is there, and we got an out right here. And what a great job by Manny Castro timing that well. And look at it, comes in, goes 1, 2, 3, and really great job by the coach to make this happen. And
Really? I know, right? What do I know?
So it'll be Andrew Wall, Amar DeWitty, and Jason Collado due up in the bottom of the 8th inning. What a game. What a game. Michael Gonzalez and Kyle Heavey back with more after this. Here we are, the bottom of the 8th inning. Sweeney Post and Merrimack, a battle going on here. This is only the second time they face each other this year, Michael. And Merrimack got the best of them the first time, winning it 3-2. And now here we are in the bottom of the 8th, trying to get a winner here in tonight's matchup.
With one to go, too.
With another one to go.
We got another game coming up.
The game time for the second one was supposed to start in 2 minutes. That will not be happening. Andrew Wall ahead in the count, 3-0 right now.
That's cute. That's huge. And I wonder if Coach will make any moves. Yet to dip into his bench still. Even Rivera, Castro, who came in and pitched, was still in the lineup.
Yeah, he was the DH.
So not one bench player has touched the field. They're going with the starting 9 all day.
And Wall will take a leadoff.
And that's what they're alluding
right
to.
There.
You got to assume a pinch runner's coming in. I'm guessing. Looks like number 10 is getting limbered up.
And, yeah, we will have a timeout called on the field and a pinch runner. So, Andrew Wall, good job to him as coming in will be Noah Hebert to pinch run for him. So, Wall not really connecting with his bat too much today, but he's going to get some love from his teammates. Hands over the helmet and says, hey, guys, we can win this.
He's been on base all day, though. I mean, he did have that nice stroke, that RBI single, and then, he does seem to get hit a lot.
Yeah, he was hit by a pitch way back in the first inning.
How about blocking the plate with the little scrum at the end? That was the best play of the game, I think.
Strike called and a slow pitch to Amar. Amar would really love to get something going here. He is 0 for 3. 3 ground balls, 1 to the pitcher, 1 to the catcher, and 1 to second base.
So he's just going to get 1 to third and cover it up. You got to expect. I mean, he was coming in as a runner. Don't expect him to just steal. He's just more of a safe bet over at first. You know what I mean? So if someone were to get one in the gap, he'd be more likely to, score.
And now hit out to right field, but will be landing foul. Let's see if this one gets into the soccer net. It could go in, and we got a good goal right there. But it goes for a strike, and now a 1-2 count to Amar.
Yeah, he didn't even move in right field.
And now another one sent out there. This is a busy right field right now.
Yeah.
And
almost another goal there, but nice save by the goaltender.
Yeah, Nielsen comes in and says, not in my house.
Yeah. Because the last pitch, he didn't even budge. He's like, I'm going to save my energy.
We did see between innings that the fielders for Merrimack were saving their energy, not even playing catch. They were sitting down trying to.
Chilling. They're chilling.
So Amar with a 1-2 count. The pitch is outside. Clean K right there. And Amar's day is not going as planned. 0 for 4. He gives a little shake of the head. And
yeah, you could have caught a tuna fish on that hook.
And
that thing bent.
Jason Collado next up, and he's had a rough go of things. He's 0 for 3 as well. Would love to see him get something going here. And he sends the first pitch that it'll be
gonna make a run
very foul.
Poor guy.
Nielsen, though.
This poor guy.
It gets past him, goes behind the netting, and he just says, all right.
I'm not even getting it. He just keeps running after foul balls.
Poor guy.
What are you going to do, though? You got to make the effort, right?
He's doing what he can to get these outs. I mean, we appreciated his ability throughout the day.
What do you think here? Coach, you going to, a hitter that hasn't really had much action, maybe bunt him over with the hot Ethan May coming up,
Thought about
play
Hebert.
A little small ball, perhaps. Bunt Hebert over to second. And then see if May can come through.
Oh, Jason, great swing right there. Just not able to get anything on it. And now down in the count 0-2. Fouls one back. Staying alive.
Yeah. BG's staying alive, doing a thing. You know, I've always never understood why he can't bunt with 2 outs. I mean, 2 strikes. I understand the foul part, but
Rules are rules.
But you can still lay one down, and it's still allowed, you know. People do execute, and it's such a surprise that you never see it coming.
Barely misses.
Yeah, that was a close one. Hebert doesn't look very intent on stealing right now.
No, he just they're able to connect, and now he connects. Can this stay fair?
Oh, it is!
It is a fair
Absolutely.
ball into the net. This is a ground
Don't put your
double.
hands up.
It's a
He's trying to do.
and look at this.
That's
the
it,
plate,
baby.
the plate.
See ya.
In time, Hebert slides in, and Jason Collado, the hero right now.
Wow.
I feel like there's got to be a little bit of controversy here right now, as that was a ground rule double.
Just because you put your hands up doesn't mean it's a ground rule double. Like the
Look
ball
at what's
in
going
play.
on here. There's celebration on one side and absolute aggravation on the other side.
Nope.
As now we have
Look at him.
Don McCucci and Cy Tibbetts that are going to come together here to discuss things.
He's still out there and right shaking the fence.
And they're talking things over.
What do you think, Kyle? What's your synopsis? To me, I saw the ball bouncing around, and then I'd like to see if there was a little manipulation involved, to be honest.
It looks like they're going to say that will do it.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Because what I think happened, I honestly think what happened is he kind of did the old preferred lie after the fact.
Wow, a controversial way to this game to end. And the thing is, Michael, these are the same umpires we'll be seeing in this next game as well. And coaches are still together. There's still a lot of discussion here. The scoreboard says Sweeney wins it 5-4 in 8 innings. And Jason Collado, who we had talked about looking to get some sort of hit, able to keep that fair. I don't know who he had to pay off to get that ball to stay in fair territory.
That was right on the line, huh?
Wow, what a way to end this game number 1. Sweeney Post now goes up in the standings to a record of 6-6. Well, for the Merrimack squad, they go down to 3-6.
Makes for a good game coming up. I'd say that. The table's set.
I mean, the coaches are still discussing things, but that will do it for game number 1. My goodness. I mean, the Merrimack kids are still out there very frustrated with the call as the arms went up in the air quickly. I mean, you can see him right there just telling the coach, like, this is not right, that, the ball was not.
When you see Buzzy with the cart, you know the game's over.
Yeah, Scott Buzzle will clean up the mound, and we will take a half-hour break to get to game number 2. A wild one from start to finish here in game number 1, but the scoreboard says it. Sweeney Post able to get a 5-4 victory in 8 innings. I mean, player of the game, I guess, as much as he wasn't able to do much, Jason Collado, RBI double to win the game.
I'm like, bunt, what do I know? Again, great job. Strokes it down the line. And, give Coach credit. Not like Wall wouldn't have been busting his hump to get home, but, you get that extra step in there by Hebert, and he just kept sending him. The windmill was on, and he crossed the plate with a little controversy. But I think the ball was bouncing around just long enough for that to count. I really do.
A wild way to end things, and we'll be back in a half hour for game number 2. Thank you very much for all the viewers. We'll definitely be looking forward to watching this replay on YouTube and throughout the next few weeks on Manchester Public Television. But
for sure.
For Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lahr, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, for my color commentator, Michael Gonzalez, my name is Kyle Heavey. It's been a pleasure to be with you. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching, and have a good night.